What's up, everybody? So we are running Super Saiyan Ray solo in order to test out Ray's items, because I said we were going to do that. But also, I'm just trying to, grind out whatever free lapis that I can for part 2 of this whole thing, and for hopefully even a minute chance to get that UR arc, which, by the way, I need to correct myself here because I was corrected on the arc. So the Trustmaster weapon for that arc is not a claw, and I don't know why I just assumed that. I looked at it. In fact, now that I remember looking at it, I do remember seeing that it was a machine. It just didn't click. Everybody from Blaze Gardens seems to be able to use weapons and guns, so I don't know, but I really thought that the weapon on the new UR arc, I thought it was a claw because I thought it was going to be Ray's best in slot. It's still an absolutely amazing weapon for Ray. It's a great offhand weapon. He's just not going to get all those claw bonuses to it. So I just did want to make that clear. I can't think off the top of my head of who actually called me out on this and corrected me for it, but I give you props, man. If you want to leave a comment, I will gladly concede that you are the one that corrected me on this. Thank you for that. So it is a gun. Obviously, my Ray has a gun equipped right now. We're not going to bring anybody. Let's just look at Ray real quick so you guys can see how I'm running him. He's level 69. I did use a ticket to get a small experience boost for him. I didn't realize I had one of these tickets. I wish I would have used it a while ago. I'm glad I didn't use the rainbow potion on him because he's already level 69, and now I got this ticket working for me. Alright, so if we actually look at Ray's equipment, we have the black claw plus 5. This claw is pretty good because it has a chance to reduce your enemy's strength by minus 20%, so they don't get to hit as hard. And we have the Paladin Pistol on him because it has 184 attack, and who else is going to use it right now? Paladin series magic skill and special damage to undead plus 5%. I might run into some undead, but for the most part we're using this weapon for its face value. 184 attack and 30 MP isn't that bad, to be perfectly honest with you, because Ray needs some MP if he's going to be throwing his awesome healing / buff ability, which I don't even have that unlocked. But here's what we really need to test. Out of Ray's items, there's the Life Band and then there's the Thunderband. I did originally say that the Thunderband is better because it's giving you that 30 attack. Okay, it also gives Thunder attack damage plus 10%, which is huge. And it also helps him recover MP by 5% at the end of the fight, so that he can potentially throw that awesome buff of his again. His other special accessory is the Life Band. It's going to give 750 hit points, which is nice. It's going to give 30 magic defense. But as far as anything else goes, it says continuously regenerate hit points and regenerate some SCT when using healing magic. Ray's almost never going to use healing magic. He's going to be able to throw that 65 MP healing ability of his once or twice. I doubt it's going to give crazy SCT recovery for any prolonged period of time. So ultimately, this is 750 hit points and 30 magic defense, and it's some continuous healing. So while we run him, I'm going to stop doing attacks, and I'm just going to let him stand around for a second, so we can actually see how often the Life Band heals for him. Because I'm pretty sure if you can only pick one accessory for him, pick the Thunderband. All right. As far as his actual abilities unlocked, he's at 68 out of 104. No, I don't have any of his good abilities at all. And let's see, as far as skill sets go, I did bring speed with me just so that I can clear levels that require you to cast magic, because we do want every single lapis we can get out of this run. And pretty much here's how he looks right here. He's got attack up 3, attack up 5, fighting spirit 3, He does have aim vitals. I couldn't afford to give him advanced aim vitals because I did want to give him proud force. That way he can heal himself a little bit. And you guys will see his healing. When he's healing off of proud force, he's healing for like 100, 120 hit points at a time. It does go kind of fast because remember, this guy is dual wielding, so all his attacks pretty much double. So every crit he gets, he's going to be healing about 100, 120 hit points. Special boost for free. He has machine equip, obviously, to be able to use the gun. Fast critical only costs 2 SC, and it's helping him score crits and actually heal himself with proud force. Right. Other than that, he has pose of victory, pose of honor. He does have his dual wield for free. He has his claw boost on, so his one claw is getting a significant boost. It's probably just as effective as that gun, really, even with its low stats because of both of these boosts. He has skill charge 3, so he's actually going to get to throw that thing off here and there. He also has from 0 and your demon-like ways. So these are both from the new LR arcs from this last collab. So this is how we're going to run him, but just pay attention. Watch his health regenerate. We're not running anybody else. And obviously I'm running this arc on him in order to teach him, not really plant killer, I don't care about that. It has critical 2 on it. I think some critical is important for Ray, and that's why it's in his kit. So he can actually use proud force to heal himself. Because obviously the auto crit I put on him for 2 SC, that's going to run out halfway into any fight. So we're going to start off by casting speed so that we do get some magic cast. Now we're just going to start basic attacking. He's healing for 107. I saw 500 in there. That's his item. Another 500. So what is that? Let's see. Let's count. There's 500. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. So 5 Mississippi. Interesting. We're going to count that again. 5 Mississippis, everybody. So every 5 Mississippis, he heals 580 hit points, and that does scale off of his health. So let's just stand around and let people attack us. Let's get that heal to proc. There it is, 541. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. So about 5 seconds. So, alright. I don't know what that's going to be worth to you. Man, that S2 just does so much. And look at all the healing he gets off of it. So, realistically, his life band heals him about 100 hit points a second. Now, the healing only actually goes through every 5 seconds, but it's going to heal him for about 500. Now, I don't know if by increasing his hit point pool, if it's healing for 1%. But at least we know what the healing's worth on that item. I'm pretty sure that's better than the regen ring. But really, between Ray here healing, 500 hit points every 5 seconds, and Proud Force kicking in because he has, crit up for like the first 20 seconds of combat, this guy has no problem staying at full health. So another thing you can do with Ray is you can add a bunch of stats to him as long as his MP stays full, which means you're not going to be dropping... Oh, speaking of MP, did I drop a spell at the beginning of this? We'll do another one just to be sure. So we have like the arc that has like fast vacation on it and stuff. I don't know if it's called Ardor, but as long as your MP is full and you're not using your MP, you get a huge like 20% bonus to defense and magic defense. So maybe Ray can take advantage of that if he's really not trying to use his healing and buff ability, which I haven't even unlocked yet. But another thing I can say about Ray, it's a really good thing. I think one of the most overlooked things about him right now is the fact that he's hard to interrupt. Most magic, I forget what, lightning, ice, and something else, they won't interrupt him. In fact, he's really hard to interrupt, and that's important because he has these big-ass skill moves. Let's use Bad Boy Shin for an example. His S3 is absolutely amazing. It'll clear a whole room for you. But if he's trying to proc that S3, it looks like I took too long on this one. If he's trying to proc that S3 and somebody hits him, you just wasted that S3. It'll just be finished. With Ray, I'm seeing a lot less of that. It is really hard to interrupt Ray, which is really good because then that means all of his nasty combos are going to get through. They're going to do a ton of damage. And now that I'm actually seeing how much damage he's doing when he has 2 weapons equipped and he's dual wielding, which he gets for free, I can totally see how this guy can be a monster through and through. I mean, let's be real here. Mine's rocking like 40 SC. Notice how his basic attack is pretty much hitting everybody around him. I think that's another thing that's kind of unique to him. He can really bunch up a bunch of people together. It just seems like he has a really far reach with just his basic attack alone. I do believe it has more hits in it than the original. His S3 will pretty much just clear everybody out. His S1 is the only move that he has that is pretty much just great damage, a good amount of hits, great damage. His S2 and his S3, they all have stun on them, I believe, or at least his S3 and 4. Ray is the #1 stunner of Last Cloudia. This one right here, this stuns people. And the closer they are to him, the more damage it's doing. Sorry, buddy, but we got to finish this in 1 minute. So, yeah, all in all, I've been having a lot of fun with Ray. So we're going to have to talk about his life band item, if it's worth it. Okay, you are getting about 100 hit points a minute. That might scale up. I don't know if it's a percent, but it might scale up with how much hit points he has overall. Mind you, this Ray he's only at 40 SC, so maybe you could get more healing out of that life band if it's a percent based heal, but it seems to actually heal every 5 seconds. When I spoke about this before, I wasn't paying too much attention to it, and I'm sorry everybody, I really thought that it healed you once every 10 seconds or so. So healing 500 hit points every 5 seconds or 10 seconds is like a world of a difference. So, you know, that's up for debate now. That life band actually seems pretty damn good because the more I think about it, literally healing 100 hit points a second, that's pretty damn nifty. You know, if you want more survivability, obviously Proud Force. This guy doesn't have the most crit already built into his kit. I think he just comes with like crit 3. But you can fill that in a little bit more, and you can give him Proud Force. And between that healing, that, you know, 500 health every 5 seconds, or 570 or whatever it is, plus Proud Force, he seems to be staying at completely full health right now. It's hard to hurt this guy. He has a high defense. He is a beast. He has a high defense. He has high hit points. And he's only at 40 SC right now. And mind you, let's see, what else do I have to clear up here? What else can I get? So mind you, he is running like these level... he's running these level, 60, 70 maps solo for me. Can he clear anything here? Ooh, I don't know about God mode, because honestly, these just take so long to clear. For God mode, that's a whole different story. You cannot bring an underdeveloped character that's like under 70 SC to a God mode fight. It just takes too long. Even if you do win, it'll take you 20 minutes just because of the freakish amount of health those enemies have. So I pretty much just wanted to go through here and clear everything that wasn't God mode. Through the poison swamp. Here's one. Nobody dies. Clear within 3 minutes. 20 or more hit combo. You know what? I think my boy Ray can do that. I think we can do a 20 or more hit combo here. So this is pretty much what your boy's doing. I'm going through here, clearing whatever I can. I've heard whisper of the part 2 of this whole event. And hopefully we get more tickets and stuff by then. And I'm hoping that I can honestly maybe actually pull that arc. Because even though it's not a claw, I still... There we go, I just got the 20 hit combo. Even though it's not a claw, I still want that gun. Just the arc in general does so much for Ray with the whole lightning thing. I don't know if it's translated 100% correctly. But it just seems like it is some gnarly ass shit for anybody that's trying to do a bunch of lightning damage. And I've heard the skill arc, well, the arc skill, be compared to Independence Day. So that's got to be pretty damn awesome. By the way, guys, at this point, I did see Ray's S4. What can I say? There's really nothing to complain about it. He pretty much pulls a spirit bomb out of his ass, and he makes an energy orb that looks like it's going to engulf the earth, and he just drops that on his enemy's head. I don't believe it's single target. That thing shouldn't be single target because it's literally the size of the Titanic. Overall, I think it's pretty cool, right? They could have maybe thrown in some sort of anime sequence there, but all in all, I'm happy with it. You know, it's fitting of what Ray would do. He would just drop a big-ass explosion on your head. So I think it's pretty cool. I definitely dig the character. I wish they would have put in some sort of anime cutscene. Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping... Well, I was hoping for a lot of things, but this is what we got. I am fairly happy with this. You know, despite everything that's been happening between me and Adis. So now it's all just a matter of playing smart, trying to grind out whatever other resources I can out of this. And from their track record, from how they've been doing this, if you can pull these UR arcs off of this banner right now, it means you will also be able to pull them off of the next banner that we get for this 1.5 anniversary event. And look at that. I just lost a chance to throw my S4 because I was too busy talking about this. Oh, wait, maybe I didn't. Here we go. So what I'm going to say is this. Well, first of all, you guys are screwed. Goodbye. That's right. Spirit Bomb time. Oh, I love that. Boom. Yeah, that's all of them taking that damage. It is a lot, too. This Ray is not really leveled up. He's not woke, but for this to do half of that turtle's... And look, it's stunned. That's because Ray's the #1 stunner. His S3 and S4, it's very good at stunning enemies, so it's probably not going to apply to most bosses, but for nasty mobs, that's still pretty damn useful. Now, mind you, Ray right now, who is poisoned, is literally taking a level, 68 map on all by himself. This map is designed for you to bring a level 68 party to it, not just one 68 character. So all in all, he's doing pretty good. Let's see if we can finish him off while he's broken. This S2 just does so much. If we can get that S3 in there. There we go. This should finish him. Oh, we're close to it. Yeah, Ray doesn't care. He's doing fine. So, yeah, you guys be the judge. Let me know if you think that life band of his is worth it. It is pretty good healing. Or let me know what you would switch it with. But this is what your boy's doing. I'm going to keep grinding out as many lapis as I can. Because, like I said, from Adis' track record, with this last collab, where they had limited arcs. Round 1 of the collab, it took more than 3 minutes. round 1 of the collab, you could only pull Amelia's arc. But when round 2 of the collab dropped, and it was Rem's turn to be up, not only could you pull Rem's limited arc, but you could also pull Amelia's limited arc. And I actually did just that. I was kind of sore with Adis for that. I'm like, why are you guys doing that? It's already hard enough to get either one of these. But in this in this instance, it might actually kind of help me, because if I cannot get Ray's UR arc right now, I can wait for part 2 of this thing and hope that Ray's arc is going to be in that summon pool too. Who knows? They might even drop another UR arc. Although I personally think that's a whole lot for players to process, right? So hopefully I can pull another green orb. I'll be honest with you guys. With everything that I grinded out and everything I had, I threw about 40,000 crystals. And I pulled Ray instantly. And out of those 40,000 crystals that I threw, I had one green orb. Man, it still makes me want to tear up. I had one green orb pop up out of 40,000 crystals. And that one green orb, of course, was the only dupe of the only UR arc I had. I got so happy when I saw that thing, because I thought chances are I'm going to get a new UR arc. And I don't even care which one it is. I'll be happy with either one of them. One of them's great for farming, and it's really good for Yoda. Hell, it could be good for Ray too, because it instantly charges your S4. And obviously the other one is absolutely amazing for Ray. It doesn't need to charge his S4. Instead, it just gives him a giant thunder nuke and just gives him awesome arc abilities. So we're going to have to see, but that's pretty much what your boy's aiming for. And I might as well run Ray all the way, clear as much stuff as I can with him, and actually learn how to play with him. So if anybody has any tips or suggestions on good Ray builds, let me know what's working for you, because I'm going to be trying out a tank build for sure. And actually, to conclude, as far as Ray's special item goes, you know what? I am actually going to have to say that it is worth it, okay? When I doubted it a few recordings ago, I thought it was healing like 570 hit points every 10 seconds, or 20 seconds or something stupid. I guess I was missing it. But now that I've actually watched it and counted it, 570 hit points every 5 seconds, that's, you're healing like 116 hit points a second. And really, that's what Ray's kind of doing with his lifesteal that he has from Proud Force right now. So, all in all, when you add all those up, and Ray's healing about 200 hit points a second with his beefy stats, with his high hit points, and with his ability to come back to life given the right abilities, that can be pretty damn nasty and very self-sufficient. So let me know what you guys think. But my official word is, now that we know how effective the healing is on it, for doing damage, I still think his other accessory might be a little bit more powerful, but man, that Life Band one is awfully damn close. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I will say, if you can, get both of them. Get both of them if you can. They're pretty damn powerful together. The only thing I'm going to be going back into the hero credential shop for, if I possibly can, I only have 5 hero creds right now. I thought about it. Personally, for me, it would either be Guardian Angel Luciel's orb that gives her slight break to her thunder attacks, because that could be useful in boss fights, and that's where you're going to bring a healer and damager like her. Or, honestly, it's going to have to be Loga's tree, what is it called, the tree whisker blade, whatever it is. It's the blade that increases the duration of his ailments that he puts on people, and it also gives him 20% more damage, when he's actually putting an ailment on somebody. So if your enemy is affected by anything, he's going to get 20% more damage. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be choosing between. Guys, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're going for in there. But I think we've pretty much covered it. And that's what your boy's doing. So I wish you all the best luck. We are still towards the beginning of this. Oh, guys, make sure to go and hit up those fishing spots. I think you can grind out a ticket if you catch enough big fish or whatever it is. And there are 2 fishing spots. During the daytime, go to the daytime fishing spot. And during the nighttime, go to the nighttime fishing spot. Because from what I've noticed, if you match up the time to the fishing spot that you're supposed to be at, it seems like you're more likely to actually catch the big rare fish. Like the angelfish, the whale, whatever it is. The only reason I say that is because I went to the nighttime fishing spot during the day, and I couldn't catch shit there but tiny little fish, and vice versa. I went to the daytime fishing spot during the night, couldn't catch anything. But when you actually match them up right, and maybe this is just me, but I seem to be able to catch higher difficulty level fish if I actually go to the fishing spot at the right time. So that's about the best advice that I can give on things that I've noticed. If anybody found any bottles today, make sure to leave us a comment. Let us know where these bottles are. Ooh, crystal clusters. I can always use those. So that's it, boys and girls. Everybody have an awesome day, and you'll hear from me soon.